Hello and welcome back to the No Wishing Until AR50 series. This fish is now my new friend. Starting off for today, I had to go in and do a domain so I would be able to upgrade Lisa's weapon once again. Lynette is slaying as always, as she should, and then I stand there like a sim for a second. This was probably one of the most awkward encounters with the mob I've experienced, but it's okay because we got enough materials to be able to ascend Lisa's weapon. Oh wait, we gotta go fight these things again. Fighting these things is so annoying sometimes. They do not want to stay still. But luckily the materials aren't shared with anyone else as far as I know, so I only have to fight them for this weapon. And after a little bit of grinding, I was able to ascend her weapon again. And level it, of course, because she deserves it. I was going to level her up to 60, but I ran out of XP books. And I'm out of slimes again, so I gotta go farm slimes. I'm very thankful that I preemptively used Xiangling's burst because this thing just kept freezing me. I get frozen even after I defeated it. While I was just running around and farming slimes, I came across the Sealy that just did not want to move for some reason. I had to run back to be able to trigger it to move, I guess. I don't know. But it took me to some slimes that I very desperately needed, and then I got jump scared by this hilly churl. I just wanted to turn in my commissions, but I forgot that I accepted a story quest. I just barely made it to level 59. I guess I should finish that Dragonspine quest that I started last time. But first I had to do a ley line because it was bothering me that she was level 59. I don't even really know what my thought process was here, but I wanted to try and do an artifact domain. I think I picked the least efficient one to do, but I wanted to get a full Viridescent set for Lynette. This domain is kind of a pain when you don't have any form of grouping because there are 20 enemies to fight. And honestly, if I was going to run an artifact domain, I could have definitely ran a more efficient one, but hey, Lynette is my favorite and I want to build her first. It took quite a while to do, but I figured since I already made it that far that I might as well finish the job. I don't know why Lynette got stuck like that. And man, she did not want to go down without a fight. But surely after all that hard work I'll get something good, right? I got a Maiden's Piece and whatever that is. And I got enough slimes again to upgrade one of Lisa's talents. And Kaya's for good measure. There was a new combat event that I could do and a test run for some Freemo gems. I wasn't really sure what difficulty to pick, but after I did it a few times I realized that I was able to handle the hardest difficulty. I was a little bit worried that doing the hardest difficulty would be too difficult for me, because obviously right now my characters do not have the most optimal builds that they can have. And since I picked to play on the European server, I often have about 130 ping. It's not too bad, but sometimes you be getting hit by things that you didn't think would hit you in a million years. It did take me a little while, but I was able to do it within the time limit at least, so there's that. I was doing my commissions and spamming dialogue and I accidentally told her no, but she wanted me to do it anyway, so I went to the location just to get put in a cutscene for a story quest. Well, I'm sorry Venti, but I have other things to be doing right now. So I scatter the dandelion seeds and then I interrupt their little meeting over here. I turned around because it was funny that it looks like they're changing their artifacts. Okay, my commissions are done. Time to go turn them in. Oh, okay, this is gonna happen again. Should I do the quest? Probably, but do I want to? No, not right now. I had to keep fighting this boss over and over again, so I was at the point where I just sat there and waited out the timer. Since Bennett and Xiangling need this boss, I will be fighting it a lot. All the artifacts I get from boss fights are so bad, but it's okay because we're able to ascend Bennett. He was my second choice after Lynette. And that means that I can upgrade his... oh, Okay, I'll fight more treasure hoarders. Although they're not doing a very good job of hoarding their treasure because I just grabbed it right in front of them. Thankfully, I didn't have to fight too many of them, and this is going to be a very nice buff for my team. Since Bennett is now ascended, I guess I will work on Kaya. And then after Kaya, I think I'm going to work on Lisa and then Xiangling. And by the time that's all done, my world will probably level up again. I'm so serious when I say my artifact RNG is not good. We got quite a way to go here. I finally came back to Dragonspine because I wanted to unlock the domain, and I didn't want to wait for his cooldown, so I just used his burst to activate the pillars. I mean, hey, it worked out. Then after that, of course, we had to fight this big dude. The reason I stopped doing this quest in the first place and came back was because I just simply forgot where I was supposed to go. I haven't done this quest in quite a while, so... But it's okay because I figured it out. And then we take this guy down and we go to the next part. I was just minding my own business and they tried to knock me over with this icicle. And then later succeeded knocking me over with this one. Why did they do this? And for some reason I kept getting stuck on this and it did not want me to climb up it. So I went for a different angle and it still didn't want me to climb up. But it's okay because we made it, and then I realized that I locked myself out of getting this Sealy, so I had to go back. Listen, it's been a while since I've done this. I forgot what I was supposed to be doing. Then I am reunited with my Sealy bestie. I'm excited for the event where you get a Sealy pet because I want one on this account. I didn't remember if you needed to do these things in a specific order, but I was just kind of guessing based off of what I remember doing the first. I did this on my first try, so apparently my intuition was right. I leveled up my tree and got some really amazing rewards. How could I forget about this part? At least the icicle took out these hilly churls. I fell in the water and then climbed up, thinking I could dodge the arrow, but getting frozen anyway. And of course hit with another icicle. And of course we gotta fall in the water again for good measure. Watching this footage back, I feel like I look like I'm a brand new player. Maybe I was just playing on autopilot. It was calculated getting knocked off like that so I could go get this thing. At least that's what I'm gonna tell myself to feel better. Then I had to fight these things, which was actually pretty annoying without having any range in the party. Like, Lynette's burst wasn't even hitting it for some reason, so I had to try and climb up here to take care of it. And by try, I mean struggle for some reason. I like how he just fell down. Why are these enemies like the hardest thing I've had to fight so far? So I ran around and grabbed all of the things I need to finish doing this quest. All I can say is thank God that I'm finally done with this quest. And they gave me some very nice rewards for my time. After I pick up all of the chests in the area, I unlock the Blizzard Strayer domain that I may farm for Kaya later. And all I had to do was finish the quest to hit AR 38. Of course they give us very generous rewards. After I'm done with Dragonspine, I go back to Inazuma and get absolutely jump scared by these slimes. My strategy was to just stand there. It was actually convenient because I need slimes. I interact with this time trial challenge just to realize that I actually needed to unlock the Wave Rider for it. After I did that, I just kind of waited out the timer because there was no way that I was gonna finish that in that amount of time. But after that, it was okay because it was totally smooth sailing until I got to this part because for some reason I struggle with these things. It was an intense race against the clock. I didn't know if I was going to be able to do it in time, but I did. It would have been really awkward if I had to go back and do it all over again. Now it is time to go to the next island because I wanted to start fishing for the catch, and I know that those fish respawn every like 3 days or something, so I had to get on that as soon as possible. I just barely had enough stamina to make it up this cliff. I would have been really sad if I fell down, but I get to unlock the statue for this area. So I sailed off, blissfully unaware of what I was about to deal with. This will go down in history as one of the most frustrating fights I have ever experienced in this game. Of course, we gotta grab the Electroculus first before anything. My first mistake was accidentally diving into the spicy water. So I gotta climb back up, and then I start getting staggered by these cryo slimes and knocked off again. Okay, it was a rough start, but I was gonna be able to do this. There's a reason they call Bennett really unlucky. I got stuck under the dock, and well, Bennett was the first casualty. It's okay, I can totally recover from this. I didn't even know that I was able to get knocked out of the air like that. I don't know why I went back in, because I ended up getting stuck. But the third time's the charm, right? I finally managed to get up, even though Xiangling was not in very good shape. And I'm really regretting not bringing Layla, just for a shield. I don't know what possessed me to take her out when she was that low. Xiangling was now the second casualty. We can recover from this. The Abyss Mage actually got knocked into the water, and I used Kaya's burst for absolutely no reason. Even though that was the worst encounter I've ever had, I was finally able to get my fish, even though I didn't know where they were at first. Now I gotta wait 3 days for these things to respawn. And I get to do this fight all over again, yay! There was almost another casualty while doing a normal time trial, but Kaya managed to survive it. Obviously, getting knocked off of the cliff was a massive time loss for me. After that happened, I really didn't think there was any chance of me defeating them in time. And I was right about that sentiment. At that point, I didn't even want to try again. I needed to take a break after that, so I went Geoculus hunting because I still had to finish my Statues of the Seven. But I got bored of that real quick because I realized I had a whole nother level to get done. I just wanted to turn in my daily commissions, and I forgot that this is a thing, so I really gotta do that quest at some point, but today is not that day, because I'm still on the grind set. I ended up fighting the electro-hypostasis quite a few times, because I wanted to upgrade Lisa. I got really excited because I actually got 3 of these, and now Lisa is my 3rd ascension, along with Bennett and Lynette. Apparently, climbing a tree was more important than actually fighting Talisa. This Fatui guy was the absolute bane of my existence. I was really regretting not having Barbara in my party. He just ended up in the most inconvenient spot for me to fight him. He would just keep knocking me off the cliff, too. Kaya couldn't even hit him at this spot, so I had to reposition myself. I'm thankful that he actually got down from that spot because it was really inconvenient to fight him. I swear next time I see these dudes I'm bringing Barbara. It was a very long and tedious process, but I was able to take him down. 3 days had passed and it was finally time for me to go back to that dreaded place and fight those monsters again because I wanted to get the fish. But I will leave this up to next time because I need some kind of suspense. So that's all for today. Here are my updated wishing funds as always. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. There was a lot of pain and suffering in it after all. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe if you want to see more. I make these videos every single week, so stay tuned for next time. I hope you all have a wonderful day and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everyone.